Welcome to the channel. This will probably be the first video posted on here, but if you're watching this, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, also that bell notification, because this behind me, it's just the start of a lot of projects to come. Anyway, we'll dive right into it. Sitting behind me is a 1990 Ford Ranger. It has a 2.3 liter Lima engine with the 5-speed, but we're getting ready to yank that out and put in another 4-cylinder. Something else sitting behind me there. That is a 2.3 liter Ecoboost Mustang engine. Just pulled that out of a 2016 Mustang with a 6-speed manual transmission. So we're going to shove that into that Ford Ranger. It's a 2-wheel drive, short box, base model Ranger. So this should be a fun project. But like I said, go ahead and subscribe. There's going to be a lot more cool projects on this channel. We got things from Super Duty axle swaps into older Ford trucks. Going to be a lot of like 73 to 79 Ford trucks. There's a lot of that stuff I got, and there's going to be all sorts of projects related to those. Probably a little bit in the 80s, stuff like that. But if you like Ford trucks or anything truck related, cool trucks, maybe some cars, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Going to be building this up, so more subscribers, more fans like you is going to make this channel grow, and you guys are going to see a lot more cool content. But anyways, we'll dive into this project and hope you enjoy. So this is the truck we're working with. It's pretty plain and simple, and that's really the whole idea behind this. Is a sleeper grandpa truck. I only paid like $300 to $400 for this truck. It wasn't running. I got it running, but unfortunately the engine in it's crap. It has like a bad oil pump or something like that. So it runs, but it rattles really bad. Valve train's not getting any oil. But that's what we're starting with here. And then move back over here to the engine. This is out of a 2016 Mustang Ecoboost. It was a wreck car. Toss some photos into that. Only 23,000 miles on it. Pretty much all stock. With the 6-speed manual transmission made it up behind it there. So you can check out the specs on these, but I think they're right around 300 horsepower. All said and done, the plan is for about 400 horsepower at the wheels with just some mild bolt-ons. Putting this in this truck, going to be doing a custom cold air intake and custom exhaust. We'll also have a large front mount intercooler. Probably try to tuck that behind the grill there so you can't see it. And I'm contemplating on an aftermarket turbo. Get some better airflow. So anyway, we'll get to tearing this thing apart. So that's the little 4-cylinder engine in here. It's already partially disassembled here on the front. Have the radiator out and front timing cover off, because when I first bought this, the belt was bad, so I replaced that. Was planning on driving a little bit, but then once it started up, it wasn't any good. So we're going to go ahead and take this hood off and start working on pulling apart. We'll just disconnect the engine and the transmission, and probably going to try to pull them all out of one unit. If that works, we'll see. So we got the engine out of the Ranger here. Next step is to pull all the odds and ends out. Got wiring harness and fuel lines and exhaust and drive lines, stuff like that. So that's going to be our next step here. Flip you around and show you. So this is the engine bay with no engine in there clearly, but we got things like a air filter mount, battery tray, this wiring harness up there. Still got the alternator sitting in there, coolant and windshield washer box there. So those will come out. Kind of see down there we got part of the exhaust, some fuel lines, and a drive shaft sitting down there. Those all need to come out, so we're not going to use that stuff anymore. So there's everything we got out. Drive line, alternator, engine wiring harness, and a muffler. The muffler is completely junk, but that cat there, it has some good honeycombs, so there's some money in that. We'll be utilizing probably the Mustang drive shaft. I think that, yeah, I got that over here. It has a 2-piece carrier bearing and this funky rubber dampener piece, and that's part of the Mustang exhaust. We will be running no cat, custom 3-inch downpipe to a cutout, and then after that a muffler, so we'll have the option to do straight pipe or muffler for the sleeper part. So here's the engine sitting next to each other. The old one might seem a little smaller, shorter, because it's actually sitting down into that cradle there a little bit. But I was actually surprised with the length, especially on the transmission here. The Mustang one has this shifter that kind of sits out here. It's kind of awkward. But I thought it was going to be way far back compared to this one here. But this guy here is fairly far back to where the bell housing is. So that actually puts us in a good position of being able to either use a factory Mustang shifter or get one of the aftermarket ones that are closer to the transmission. What else here? As far as length of the engine, on these Ecoboost in the back here, you have a high pressure fuel pump, which you really can't move because they're driven off the back of the camshaft. And so we're going to be, my concern with that is having firewall clearance. So, but with the position of the engine, I'm thinking we'll be able to move that a little bit farther forward to help with firewall clearance. If we have to, I'm okay with cutting the firewall, but if we can move the engine forward a little bit, it'll be less we have to clearance on the firewall. So that's it for this video. Going to finish up pulling the fuel lines and probably the clutch line on there. Then we'll toss the engine, both engine and transmissions in the back of this, put a canopy on the back, and then haul it up to my work so I can do some scanning and stuff like that. Anyway, there's a lot more to come. We're going to do a complete build on this Ranger. There's going to be a lot more things we're adding on as far as interior, rear axle, brakes, stuff like that. Be doing a full work on it. The full works, should I say. Anyway, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, and the bell notifications so you're following when I post new content. It won't be every day because it's going to be when I'm working on this thing and then I'll have to make the videos, but there will be constant content coming out for this truck build. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy, hope you guys like the channel, and look forward to making some more videos for you.